You might know that Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, is considered by many to be one of the most successful and greatest investors of all time. But are you also familiar with whom Michael Flint is? Flint has flown for at least 4 U.S. presidents and was Buffett's personal airline pilot for some 10 years. And while being an airline pilot is something that most people, usually work to make a career out of, on this particular day, Flint was talking to Buffett about his career priorities, about what he still wanted to achieve in life. Buffett, of course, the consummate gentleman, laughed that it was understandable to have higher aspirations than to fly your boss around on call. According to Flint, Buffett asked the pilot to go through a simple 3-step exercise. Maybe you're familiar with it. If not, here's how it works. Step 1, Buffett had Flint write down the top 25 career goals. Then Buffett asked Flint to review his list and circle the top 5 goals. At this point, Flint had 2 lists, the 5 items that he had circled and a list of 20 items that he hadn't. That was list B. Flint confirmed that he would start working on his top 5 goals right away, and that's when Buffett asked him about the second list. And what about the ones you didn't circle, he asked. Flint replied, well, the top 5 are, of course, my primary focus, but the other 20 are still important. So I'll work on those, when I have the time. And here's the message for our Monday motivation today. And Buffett said, no, Mike, you've got this all wrong. Everything you didn't circle just became your avoid at all costs list. They're what has the most potential to distract you. They eat away at your time and your energy, and they prevent you from focusing on what matters most. They take your eye off the ball and have you lose track of the game. They prevent you from scoring. No matter what, Mike, these things get no attention from you until you've succeeded with your top 5. So, given Buffett's success, it stands to reason that he has some pretty good understanding of how to prioritize what's important to him. And while narrowing your focus is one of the best ways to motivate you to reach your goals, the difficult part, of course, is minimizing and eliminating those things that you still care about, but the things that are, easy to rationalize and spending your time on, but that have little payoff with the big picture in mind. In other words, as Buffett points out, the tasks that have the greatest likelihood of pulling you away from your goals are the ones, of course, you care about, but that aren't truly important. So using Buffett's 2-list system, items 6 through 25 on your list are likely the things that, of course, you care about, and because they're important to you, it's easy to justify spending your time on them. But when you compare them to your top 5 goals, these other items becomes distractions. They're ultimately what will keep you from reaching your top 5 goals. So spreading yourself across all the items on your list would be the reason you have 20 half-finished items and projects instead of 5 completed ones. So for this week, consider creating your lists. Certainly determine what your top 5 career goals are, but I'll also encourage you to expand the exercise and create a list for all the most critical areas of your life. For example, what are your top 5 goals as a parent, in your marriage, and for your business and your health? Identify what's on both of your lists. What are your top 5? And the 20 remaining items on your list? Remember, those are the items that you need to avoid aiming the spotlight on, right? They're the distractions, the things that you love, but that don't love you back. The 5 items that you circled are your focus. So ask, how can you plan for optimal success and realize what you're really after in life? So that's your Monday motivation for today. Until next time, my friend, I'm certified high performance coach Damien Vanderberg, your coach for life.